It's the first weekend since August that there's no football on TV. It's a $50 buy-in, and anyone interested can contact Debbie Tester at 419-341-0378. Again, 419-341-0378. Doors will open at noon, table draw at 12:45, and the first deal will be at 1 o'clock. It's one of the larger individual fundraisers that we have for the 4th of July festivities, so we'd like to see as many people out there as possible to participate in that. The second thing I'd like to announce this evening is a Kiwanis event. Many of us in the community are familiar with Devin Coleman, a 7th grader at the Port Clinton Middle School. The Kiwanis Club is having a fundraising pancake and sausage dinner on Friday night, February 1st. It'll be at the high school in the cafeteria prior to the Port Clinton Perkins basketball game, boys basketball game. $5 per person, and 100% of the proceeds are going to go to Devin and his family to help with related expenses to his fight for life. Again, that's February 1st, 5 to 7 at the high school. Sponsored by the Port Clinton Kiwanis Club, Port Clinton High School Key Club, and the Middle School Builders Club. The tip from the chief this week, he doesn't know about it, but it's coming from Chief Rob Hickman. Just a little FYI, when you're within the city limits of Port Clinton and you dial 911 from a landline, it rings into the police station. When you dial 911 from a cell phone, it rings into the sheriff's office. Thank you. A hypothetical example here. My grandmother's home alone. She falls. She can get to the phone. She dials 911, but all the doors are locked. Well, she happens to have a automatic garage door opener with a punch code that the family knows. You can call in advance to the dispatchers at both the PD and the sheriff and have that number recorded, so when they dispatch the squad or the police, they can tell them, go to the garage door and punch in this code. Or if you're in a condo complex, or the key is with the neighbor to the north, or the key is underneath the rock next to the big tree, whatever it might be. It's a time saver, a life saver. So that's one of the features that is offered through the sheriff and the police. Anything else I should add?
No, you're good.
Okay, thank you. With respect to Ordinance 42-12, I know we're jumping the gun here, but the Emergency Services Committee did meet on the 31st and recommended unanimously passage of that ordinance with some amendments, which I will bring up at the next council meeting. However, a copy of the amended version is in front of everyone. There are extra copies over there. And then for the record, I'd like to submit this letter signed by the members of council. I know it's ahead of the game, but I won't have it in my possession in a couple weeks. And finally, on the trip, I want to make this official for the record. The trip on January 19th to Worcester, shotgun.
It's official.
Okay.
I'll make sure.
Okay, thank you.
24-hour limit.
No calling dibs afterwards. With that, I thank you, Madam President.
Mr. Copper.
Nothing tonight, Madam President.
Thank you. Members of the audience.
Don Finke, 222 Adams. I'd like to thank you, Tracy, for relighting Adams Street. Who would have known that there were two lights out? No wonder it was dark. On a second note, yes, they did a wonderful job of plowing on the snow. It seems like ever since City Hall moved from 2nd Street to where it is now, the plowing has been inconsistent for the 5 businesses on the southeast corner of downtown. Sometimes the plowing will be towards the Park Boulevard on Adams Street going south and the embankment on 3rd Street. Most of the time, however, it is not. The snow was plowed, and especially this last time, I counted 8 passes when I was out doing the sidewalks of the city, plowing the snow towards the sidewalk. What that does is, number one, it cuts off the alley access for those 5 businesses down in that corner. Number two, it doesn't allow, and this is especially the Kenny House, where people do use the facility of the entrance sidewalk to be let off instead of having to walk across, because there's some people that aren't, it isn't too easy for them to walk. But it cuts off the customer access to the sidewalk. That day, there wasn't a car, the nearest car on the south side of Adams Street was approximately to where the old Board of Elections was. The whole street was empty. Later on, they made 2 passes towards the boulevard. Could we, for the 5 businesses on the southeast corner of downtown, could we make it the procedure rather than the exception of plowing towards the Boulevard Park and the embankment?
We're talking the south end of Adams Street.
The Adams Street going south.
Okay.
Plow,
By where you
turn the
live.
truck around and plow towards the boulevard instead of plowing.
So you want the truck to go the wrong way on the street to move the snow away from the boulevard, to
Right.
towards the park?
They do have some of the time.
Okay.
And then they do on Third, taking it towards the embankment. What that does is there's 2 of the 2 businesses there on 3rd Street on the corner. It cuts their access off.
Okay. We'll take a good look.
I'll look at it.
Trying to understand.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Well, you got the title company on 3rd Street on the alley.
Right.
Mhm.
And then you've got, in Myers' old property, you've got the wellness center.
Yeah.
And then next to that, going down Adams, you've got the massage parlor. And
I didn't the proper wording for the place.
Nancy will get a kick out of that.
She might kick
And
you.
then you got our business, and then you got Terry's from the lawyer there on the alley.
We'll get a good look at that for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else this evening? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn, Ms. Frankel.
Madam President, I move this August meeting adjourned.
Could I have a second?
Second, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Coupler. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, we're adjourned.